Welcome back to another episode of PES History. Today we are taking a look at PES 2020. This game came out in 2019, of course, and from what I can remember, it was pretty good, and I remember this was one of the games I played during lockdown as well. In terms of reviews, this game got 8.3 out of 10 from IGN, 9 out of 10 from GameSpot, and 82% from Metacritic. If you do enjoy the video, please leave a like for me, and make sure you subscribe for more PES History videos. So the servers for PES 20 have been shut down, but Konami doesn't tell you that. It just says the online service is currently unavailable. The server may be undergoing maintenance or you may be using incorrect network settings. Here is the menus for PES 2020, and as you can see, very simple layout. You've got your kickoff, you've got your eFootball stuff, which is your online at the time, but now obviously the new game's called eFootball anyway. You've got statistics, settings, and Become a Legend Master League, and your My Club as well, which probably doesn't work anymore. Let's take a look at the PES 20 soundtrack, and to be honest, I don't know any of these songs here. Let me know if you know any of these songs. PES 2020 also had a good training mode. You had skills training or free training. I do like the free training mode. You can do attack, defending, and you can also do free kick, practice penalty kicks, left corners, right corners. Let's do free training at the moment. You can even adjust how many players on both sides, the match level, difficulty, fouls, all that kind of stuff there. You could use any of the stadiums in the game to use as your practice arena. And this was ahead of its time because if you remember in FIFA 20, the practice arena was pretty bad. So the PES one had all the features, the FIFA one did not. And this empty stadium does remind me of the times, during lockdown. But as you can see, we had the practice match. And like I said earlier, this was better than FIFA's one. Now let's take a free kick because it is tradition to take a free kick every time you're in a practice arena. So we've got Pepe. Let's see if we can score here. Nice curl and just wide. Let's take a look at some Master League stuff now. And I remember the first thing that PES stuffed up with was the fact that they removed the creator manager function from the Master League. So basically you could only pick from legend managers and also some current managers as well. But yeah, it was a big downgrade because I remember in the older PES games you could create your own manager. They got rid of that, so you had to pick one of these guys, and that's how it worked. This was the year that they introduced these cutscenes, so when you start your Master League, you would see the manager walking in, talking with the Phil Collins lookalike assistant there, and he would shake a few hands and meet up with Harry Maguire there, and Matic as well. So yeah, you saw these cutscenes. It was new for the time, but unfortunately because eFootball came out just a couple years later, they didn't really work on the Master League anymore because they changed direction. But hopefully the next Master League that comes out, whenever that comes out, will build upon what they built already. You can see them pointing around, acting like they know stuff, drinking their coffees. After that, you go to set your goals for the season, which was another cutscene. I believe this was also new at the time as well. You can skip it, of course, and move forward. We should aim to make it into the Champions League. So, yeah, you can set your goals up through that. Read the dialogue there. Meet the press is also another cutscene that they introduced. So this was like your initial press conference when you start your manager career. It doesn't really affect morale or anything like that, but you can just participate and read the dialogue there. Here is your Master League menus. You've got your team management stuff. You've got My Team Info where you can check your schedule and club performance. Manager's Office. Database is there. You can check your club rankings and the national team rankings as well. They also had some cool transfer cutscenes, so when a player signed for your club, you would see him going to the training ground, talking with the assistant there, and he also does like a message to the fans. He also shakes your manager's hand, poses for a photo, I believe, as well. This is stuff you don't even see in FIFA. They do have some little cutscenes here and there in FIFA now, but not much variety at the moment in FIFA. But this one was also another cool cutscene. The player would come into the press room, sign the contract, pose for photos, and also talk with the fans, and you have like a jersey on the stand there as well. So this was another cool version of the cutscene for when a player arrives to your club. Now let's take a look at the player career mode called Become a Legend. You have your standard pre-career settings there, and I never really played Become a Legend. I'm not really a player career mode person, but you could choose an existing player or start as an original player. You can give the player the name. You can even change the name on the strip, so if you wanted a shorter name or something, you could do that on the jersey. In terms of appearance, this had a lot of customization, so you could do the face, the hairstyle, the physique, the strip style. I think at the time this was more in depth when you compare it to FIFA's one, and you had all the animations that you could choose from and change as well. Weak foot, you could go up to 4, and you can change the stronger foot. You can select a position next, so let's just do center forward, and then it gives you some generated stats based on your inputs. You cannot change them, I don't think. Now you select a league. You can't actually select a club. The game will generate a destination for you. You just have to choose a league, and then you get surprised with a club from that area. So let's see, we've got a contract with Norwich City. So I guess it gives you humble beginnings. It doesn't allow you to just start at Manchester United, for example. You're going to have to work your way up. We've got no data packs in this game anymore, so things will look generic at times. You have the player stuff there, including training and career records. You can transfer request, and then you can do my team info, the database as well to check some rankings and save your game from there. So pretty basic. There's some news in the middle, table on the right that you can expand. And then you've got followers on the bottom. At least you had followers. For today's exhibition, we're going to have Barcelona versus Manchester United. There's not many licenses to work with in the game, but Barcelona was licensed and the new camp was also in this game. The Barca team looks pretty good. You've got players like Griezmann, Suarez, Messi up front, 95 overall, and the bench looks pretty good as well. So let's see how we go today. It's just going to be a quick game, just a couple of highlights. PES 2020, PES 21 were some of my favourite PES games. Even PES 17 was a good game as well. And coming back to PES 20, it still feels like an amazing gameplay. This is what a football game should feel like, should play like. From where they were to where they went with eFootball, it's just not the same, you know. If they just built upon this, eFootball would have been so much better than what they have today. Even the graphics on PES 21 to me look better than eFootball. I'm not sure what Konami did, but imagine if PES 22 came out on next-gen consoles and it looked like this, or was even better than this. This would have been a whole different conversation right now. It was either FIFA 20 or PES 20 in lockdown. I played both. There was plenty of time to play both games. And I remember I did like a Master League or something. I think it was with Barcelona. That was a lot of fun. I just like how you can stop, take time. The game speed allows you to just take your time. Or you can speed it up when you want to as well with some quick one-touch passing like that. Here we go. We beat one, Semedo. And that's not the man I was looking for. I was looking for Messi. But let me know if you still have this game. Let me know if you play this game. And if you have any memories of this game from 2020. Feels like it's been a long time now since 2019 when this game came out. It's not the easiest difficulty today, so we might not get too many chances to score. I definitely feel like Konami has gone backwards with their game, you know. PES 20, PES 21 were solid foundations to build on. I do feel like this game is better than eFootball, you know. They just went backwards, and it hasn't been the same since. How do you stuff up this gameplay, man, with eFootball? This was a perfect foundation to build on, and we're still waiting for Master League. That's been promised for years now, and I wouldn't get my hopes up anymore because I don't think it's coming anytime soon. But this game had it all. You had your Master League, you had your tournament mode, become a legend. We don't even get that anymore, so I don't know what happened, but it's not good. Here's Messi. Just can't get that shot off. It's hard to generate some chances to score today based on the difficulty, but if I lowered it, then we probably would have had a few more chances. We are using top player today, so it's not very easy. But that was PES 2020 in 2025. Still an amazing football game. I do miss this era of PES games. Unfortunately, it's gone backwards, but what can you do? Thank you to the Vapex FC channel members, Chris, Callum, Wing, Duffy Boy, and Christian. If you want your name featured here at the end of each video, check out the link in the description and join the club. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe to get more FC videos.